occasion when you took a woman shopping?
I think so.
And you say, and again, this has become very famous in this video, I just start kissing them, it's like a magnet, just kiss, I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything, grab them by the pussy, you can do anything. That's what you said, right?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
True with stars that they can grab women by the pussy?
Well, that's what it's, if you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true, not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that, yeah.
And now you said before, a couple of minutes ago, that this was just locker room talk.
It's locker room talk.
And so does that mean that you didn't really mean it?
No, it's locker room talk. I don't know. It's just the way people talk.
Okay. Now, are you familiar with a woman by the name of Natasha Stoyanov?
No.
Stoyanov.
You'll have to give me a little bit of
Do you remember she wrote about you a lot when she worked at People magazine?
Oh, I do remember there was some woman that wrote, and then she, a long time later, I think she wrote a wonderful story, and then a long time later, as I remember it, a long time later she said that I was aggressive with her. But she wrote the most beautiful story, and then all of a sudden, like, is it a year or 2 years later, she comes out with this phony story that I was. I said, well, why would she have written such a good story for People magazine? She wrote a really nice piece, and then all of a sudden, like, years or months, many months later, she came up with this phony chart.
Let's watch a video, and again, I apologize for the technology, where you talk about Ms. Stoyanov's allegations.
Are we marking this?
We're going to mark it. It's a clip of a video from a campaign event in West Palm Beach on October 13, 2016. We're going to mark it as DJT 36.
Then there was a writer from People magazine who wrote a story on Melania and myself on our first anniversary. The story was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was lovely. But last night we hear that after 12 years, this took place 12 years ago, this story, a new claim that I made inappropriate advances during the interview to this writer. And I asked a very simple question. Why wasn't it part of the story that appeared 20 or 12 years ago? Why wasn't it part of the story? Why didn't they make it part of the story? I was one of the biggest stars on television with The Apprentice, and it would have been one of the biggest stories of the year. Think of it. She's doing this story on Melania, who's pregnant at the time, and Donald Trump, our one-year anniversary. And she said I made inappropriate advances. And by the way, the area was a public area, people all over the place. Take a look. You take a look. Look at her words. You tell me what you think. I don't think so. I don't think so.
You did agree with me that the person you were just talking about in that video was Natasha Stoyanov, correct?
Yes.
You're familiar with a woman by the name of Jessica Leeds?
No, I don't think so. Explain.
Does that mean that just refresh your recollection?
Yes,
Jessica Leeds is?
this woman made up a story, just like your client made it up. Just made up a story, having to do with sitting next to me in an airplane. And I mean, I'll have to read this again, but that story was so false also. But this was, I guess, making out as opposed to what your client said. This story was so false. This is a disgrace also.
And do you recall speaking about Ms. Lee's allegations at campaign events in 2016?
I might have. I thought it was so, like your client, I thought it was so ridiculous.
Okay, let's take a look at the next video, which is EJT 38. Correct.
Hopefully our great movement, and there's never been anything like this in the United States, and the only way they figure they can slow it down is to come up with people that are willing to say, oh, I was with Donald Trump in 1980.
Nothing changed.
I was sitting with him on an airplane. And he went after me on the plane. Yeah, I'm going to go after. Believe me, she would not be my first choice, that I can tell you. Man. You don't know. That would not be my first choice.
When you said in that video that Ms. Lee's would not be your first choice, you were referring to her physical looks, correct?
Just the overall, I look at her, I see her, I hear what she says, whatever. You wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest with you. I hope you're not insulted. I would not, under any circumstances, have any interest in you. I'm honest when I say it. I would not have any interest in.
The video we just watched, where you talked about Ms. Lee's. What else did you know about Ms. Lee's that would indicate to you that she would not have been your first choice, other than how she looked?
I don't know. I think I probably saw her on television or something. But I don't want to be insulting. But when people accuse me of something, I think I have a right to be insulting because they're insulting me. They're doing the ultimate insult. They make up stories, and then I'm not allowed to speak my mind. No, I disagree with that. No, she would not have been anywhere on the list. It just wouldn't have been for me. It's disgusting. It's what she said was disgusting. Can you imagine doing that on an airplane? What she said? I'm doing that on an airplane. That's almost as ridiculous as doing it in Bergdorf Goodman in a dressing room.
Isn't it true that just a few minutes ago you couldn't remember the date of your engagement to your current wife, Melania?
No. We're talking about a different thing. Talking about a woman where something happened that was inappropriate, right? Inappropriate. It's highly inappropriate. She would remember that date. I would imagine she would have complained to the airline. She would know the flight. She would know everything about it. She didn't even know the year, as I remember it, just like your client doesn't know the year, doesn't know anything about it. If something happened like that to your client would know the second. She'd know down to the second. She'd know the day, the month, the year, right down to the second.
In the last paragraph of the statement that you made on June 21 that appears in the Laura Littman's tweet, EJT 20, you said as follows.
Last paragraph what?
DJT 20.
What is it?
You say as follows. The world should know what's really going on. It is a disgrace, and people should pay dearly for such false accusations. See that? And the person you meant who should pay dearly for such false accusations was E.J. Carroll, correct?
Yeah, and I think the attorneys like you are a big part.